What's good, my boys? It's me, S. Barkey. I'm your host. We bring the podcast, you bring the Shmodcast. And I'm here with my co-host, Taffy.
And apparently the worst item actionable.
Well, have you listened to the previous episodes?
Yes.
Oh god, that's saying something.
It is. Last week's episode was really bad.
Yes.
I don't remember last week's episode, but it was
so as you may see by the lack of his profile picture, we've decided to fire Rhino. He didn't bring anything to the podcast.
He also just didn't show up this week. So we're here again.
Just us, yeah.
Yep.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend? Well, a week ago from this podcast release was Mother's Day. That was pretty okay. I went to a park and we had a picnic with some family friends. It was alright. What about you?
Well, I had to get up super early because we did like a 4-kilometer walk for breast cancer, I think. Which was something I had no say in, but it's alright. And that was pretty much it, and I just stressed.
That Sunday morning I ran 6 kilometers.
Oh.
So, let's just say it was for breast cancer, and I'm a good boy.
Goody two shoes.
Goody two shoes. Well, anything else happen? Aside from, stressing out over school assignments and stuff?
No, that took up most of my day, really.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, do you have topics to start us off?
You can start us off then. We are severely underprepared.
We are very severely underprepared, like every single episode for the last 6 episodes or something. Have you heard of Australia's Science Party?
No.
So, if you want to Google it,
God.
it's like a political party. So, like Labour or Liberal, except it focuses on science, and insert me trying to stall as I Google what the Science Party does. Science Party is a political party. The Science Party, known as the Future Party until March 2016, is an Australian political party established in 2013. And basically it works to boost education and just make it better for us as students, which will in turn make the world better because we have smarter people working in the right places.
So essentially they're saying we focus on schools.
Hold on, let me just read this what we'll do. So they'll double the research funding to 18.4 billion for just science and technology, I assume. Legalize driverless car testing, which is nice. Support disadvantaged schools, publicly fund extension school, computer programming in schools, yada yada yada, making schools better in general. They want to fix the economy like every other political group does. Yeah. They're working for the future for Australia. I guess that's what every other political group thinks. But they explain it as in the way of education. So
they put education first ahead of everything.
Sure. Yeah.
Also, this is by no means a political podcast.
Oh, that's a good point. I probably should not brought this up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're good. I'm just saying that they exist and their idea is a little unique and it's kind of cool.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, I guess so I wasn't playing a lot of. Oh, okay, I'm reading the same thing that you did.
Right.
Okay, so they focus a lot on education.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I guess is good because education really is the basis.
Yeah.
And it's kind of scuffed right now.
I mean, I guess I'm not really that up with how everything's going, so I have no idea.
True. Well, yeah. Well, we shouldn't really be caring about politics. Politics. That's the right word, right? Politics. We shouldn't be caring about that much right now.
I mean, we're
But
voting
it's
in
still
like
good.
4 years.
Yeah. Well, it's still good to think about,
I mean,
which is
yeah.
nice. You gotta think about it.
Anything else you wanted to add then? Before we
For the
move
science
on?
party, no, but I do have some other notes to talk about.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't. That was the only reasonable thing in my notebook.
That's the only, you said you had 3 things.
Oh,
That's one.
I do have some more things, but do you have anything?
I mean, cause so when you guys are hearing this, this will be the Monday 20th, which
Yes.
means last Friday would have been Minecraft's 10th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good, I guess.
yeah,
That's cool. I haven't played Minecraft for a while.
I have. I've already mentioned this, but I got a really lucky spawn. And I've just been going at it, and it's gonna be the first time I've ever actually completed the game.
So, do you have a thing going right now?
What do you mean?
Do you have a thing going?
What do you mean?
Do you have a world going?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's cool.
I have a world that I built my base over a stronghold.
I don't just have a single player world anymore.
Yeah, obviously.
And I haven't really had one for a while.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this kind of saved me because otherwise, for the last a year or so, I just start a new world and then I just kind of get stuck in the same place.
Right.
Yeah. But anyway, I was we can just continue talking about that, I guess. What makes a good game? I guess.
What makes a good game?
Yeah.
Well, it's such a big. Obviously, it depends on the type of game. The type of game genre, right? So if you have, stuff let's just say adventure game, an adventure game like Minecraft is.
Well, that's a sandbox game, but yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Well, is it really a sandbox game then?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's an adventure game, because you're adventuring.
But it's
Till you
more
find
sandbox.
Well, is Subnautica an adventure game though, or is it a sandbox game? Really? Okay. Fine then. If we talk about what is an adventure game then? An adventure game is when you go around and search for materials to progress to a final goal.
Okay.
Subnautica.
The official dictionary says a type of video game in which the participant plays a fantasy role in an episodic adventure story. Which
So
I guess it's you're a person, you're playing a character, and it's I don't know.
So what is an example of an adventure?
Let's see. It would be stuff first thing that comes to mind is Red Dead Redemption, I guess.
Sure, yeah. I guess that's an adventure game.
And let's see.
Actually, I've never played Red Dead Redemption, so I'm kind of scared to say that. It could be nothing like an adventure game, but I wouldn't know.
It mentions Portal.
Portal? Portal is a level-based game. It's a puzzle game.
Yeah, but it's also by definition
Indeed. Yeah, but is it adventure as well? Right. Undertale? Wait, so is something... What is Binding of Isaac? Yeah, because you can just reset your character. I don't know who thought that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, it's got a 10 out of 10 on Steam.
Sure.
96 like this game. Gee. But I'd say an adventure game is you have a start and an end and a set way to get there. And that's most of the freedom you get. Like...
Well, I would talk about adventure games, but I don't really play them. So we'll talk about Can we talk about shooters on this family channel?
Huh?
Because they're the easiest to talk about. Shooters, first-person shooters.
Yeah, you talked about like CS:GO and like.
Oh, that's a true point.
And like Overwatch and stuff.
So the thing with shooters is that a good game will be a game that isn't that there.
Take your time.
Sorry. Look, man, I'm trying because I'm comparing so many different games. But say a game like Siege, it has such a difficult learning curve, and it gives you like a reward for figuring out the game. So obviously, if you figure out how to play Rainbow Six Siege and overcome its really difficult learning curve, then it's a very fun game. But if you start and you're not determined, then it can be pretty like bad and frustrating. And I know because I am in that position right now because I suck at Siege. But if you think of a successful FPS, so we'll talk about like Counter-Strike or something. Counter-Strike has a pro scene. And a game's success.
Okay. I'm just gonna cut in right here. It sounds like you have a really bad speech impediment because Discord's just cutting out.
I think that's just actually me.
Yeah, it is you.
Having a really bad speech
It's
impediment.
always... like, you talk and then I, like, miss half of your sentence and then you just carry on about 15 seconds later.
Okay, do you want to take it we'll follow you.
I don't play shooter games, and I wasn't really paying attention to what you were saying.
Then talk about the game you do play.
Well, I play FIFA, and that's a quite open game.
Right.
So obviously, there's like the main modes, like yeah, like there's obviously the career.
I haven't ever owned a FIFA game in my entire life and played one for more than just like a family friend visit or just a friend visit. So
Really?
I don't know how it works or what the appeal is for it.
Okay.
So just explain, I guess, the appeal.
I'm gonna list all the like technically soccer games that I've had. Okay.
Sure.
PES 6, PES 12, FIFA 12, FIFA 13, FIFA 13 for my DS. That was a thing. It was like really bad, but it's still good.
Oh, that's awful.
Let's go. FIFA 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And it's not the same game every year, I promise.
I'm pretty sure it's just the same game every year.
It's got different gameplay features, and if you go back like even 5 years, the game is extremely different.
Sure.
Like,
Okay.
no.
I thought it was just the same game with, but there'd be eventual graphic like improvements and like a change of roster.
Okay, first of all, the fact that you call it roster instead of a squad kind of triggers me a bit.
Sorry.
That's such an American term.
Okay, is there something wrong with that? I say aluminum and candy.
Yeah, there's something very wrong with that.
The word lollies doesn't seem appealing for me to say.
Okay, we're gonna have to put the FIFA on hold here. What?
No, like when you go canteen or something and you go like, "Hey, could I get some lollies?"
Yeah, that makes sense. Normally, if you're saying that, I'd imagine you'd get like milk bottles, the strawberry things, the raspberry things, the teeth that you get. Those are lollies.
Yes.
Those are not candies. Those are not sweets. When you say candy and sweets, I imagine like Mentos kind of individually wrapped stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. No, I thought candy was sweet.
What?
I thought candy would just be whatever's sweet.
No.
That's what I call it anyways.
Okay, so a slice of bread with like a tablespoon of sugar, is that candy?
Well, you know what candy is. When someone tells you candy, you know what they're talking about.
I just assume it's like that hard-ish candy kind of stuff. Depending on the person.
Depending on the person, yeah, I guess that can be it, but not necessarily.
Yeah. Okay, if you go on like YouTube and see any like the like language barrier things, like where it's Americans, Brits and Australians compare what they call random stuff.
Yeah.
You look at it and it's just like okay, in America we call these crackers. Oh yeah, in England we call these biscuits. Oh, in Australia we call them bickies. Like we just have.
I think Australia's just doing something wrong.
Yeah, like it's just the most laziest thing, but it works.
It's very informative content, which is, I guess, why I enjoy it.
I mean, I mainly just watch those things to show how bad Australia it is at just naming stuff and like, you know what I mean.
we like simplify a lot of things that don't need to be simplified at all, but we do it anyways. So like servo.
Yeah, bottle-o, some people call it.
Yeah, bottle-o. Well, a bottle, that's literally just a shop though, right?
No, bottle-o is like a alcohol store.
Yeah, I know, but there's just a shop called Bottle-o.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well, it doesn't really work if there's just a shop called Bottle-o.
Yeah, I mean...
words like Macca's. So ingrained into my head that I don't think twice about it anymore.
I wouldn't say Macca's, but it's become a norm for me now.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they like
if someone just says like, oh, I could go for some Macca's right now, you assume McDonald's.
What else are you gonna assume? Tell me, seriously. What else would you assume when someone says...
You assume like, oh, well I don't use that word, what does that mean?
Oh, so it's like me saying, oh, I could really go for some slonkers right now.
What's a slonker?
That would be the same thing as someone saying Macca's.
Sure, but okay, sure. I'm not gonna ask what a slonker is because I don't really want to know, frankly.
I made it up. That's the point.
Yeah. But the thing, like, you can't, like, you're John Hancock, right? The signature, like the American word for, like, Americans call it a John Hancock, and it's kind of just ingrained. If Americans call a signature a John Hancock, so if they want your signature, they'll just go like, "Could I get your John Hancock?"
No, they just say, "Hey, can I get your signature?"
No. Americans do it, right?
No.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. Where is?
They do it.
No.
I don't know why they do it.
They don't.
It's a thing. Google it, John Hancock. It's a thing.
I mean, like...
I swear. It exists, I promise.
Okay. But, like...
You just don't believe me.
It's used, like, 500 years ago, apparently.
Sure.
So it just straight up isn't...
It's still used now.
I have never heard a single soul.
They still say John Hancock.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, where's your proof?
In America, well, Google it. Do people still use John Hancock?
Oh my god.
This is a legit thing, right? You need to figure, like, yes.
Oh god, something just disconnected. Okay, my mouse is back.
Nope.
No, it doesn't look like anyone's using it. John
No,
Hancock.
that's a lie.
John Hancock was the first man to sign the United States Declaration of Independence in 1776.
Yeah, and now they call it a John Hancock.
No.
Yeah.
No,
They
no.
call it a John Hancock. I swear.
Well, okay, first of all, they would have called it a signature before John Hancock. So that's just like, hey, my mate Dave was the first one to have a sandwich at Macca's. So now we're gonna call a sandwich a Dave.
Well, it's like I swear to God, they still use it.
No.
And yeah, they have to.
Nah.
I swear it's a thing.
To just say, hey, can I have your autograph?
Well, it's not that simple.
Why is it not?
Well, it is that simple, but I'm pretty sure people still use John Hancock. I just don't know. But I assume they do.
So let me get this straight. 5 minutes ago, you were so confident that there's so many people who use it.
Well, I'm still confident now, but you're really just hammering it down, aren't you?
But like, as soon as I'm starting to prove you wrong, you're like, yeah, I mean, it might. I haven't checked, but it might.
I haven't checked, and I'm not really going to, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is, and it is called a John Hancock, and people still say that.
No, they don't. End of story.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
What did this branch off of?
It was FIFA.
FIFA?
Yeah.
How did this come off with FIFA?
It was like speech stuff. You said lollies and sweets.
Yeah.
Let me think. I was talking about, different game. I don't know. All I know is that like FIFA is constantly having new like game modes added to it.
Right.
And like it's a completely different game. They're like adapt like. I mean, but then again, like if you're given a FIFA, you can play that for a year and not be bored.
Okay, but I still think it's. I think the appeal of FIFA, and I've said this on the podcast before, is because you get to play as your quote-unquote idols. If someone's really into soccer and they do have a player that they root for, it's really good. Like, it feels good to play as that character.
What?
Yeah.
What are you basing this off?
I don't know, I'd assume. Right?
You'd assume.
Yeah.
Oh, I've really liked Lionel Messi my entire life, and now I finally get to watch him run around as I move this analog stick. My dream has come true.
Yeah, some people do really enjoy that.
No, I mean, like, no. Jesus Christ, dude.
So cold. Dude, the weather in Australia is so broken, it's not funny.
Yeah, seriously. We were getting like a month and a half ago, we were getting up to 40 degrees. And now, some days don't even reach like 14.
Yeah. Oh. There's nothing better than taking like a hot... Except like... Right
okay, yeah, I can't hear you.
Freeze to death.
You're gonna have to repeat that.
There's nothing better than taking a hot shower, except right after you start to freeze to death.
Okay, I know you said hot shower,
There
but
is
it's
stuff
like,
that is...
it was still incredibly hard for you to get that sentence out.
Okay, well, I guess this is really scuffed.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Discord. It's what
Yeah.
happens.
We'll need to do this in person.
We need to do this in person?
Yeah, this could be
How?
fun, like in person. I don't know. We play at
Jesus
something.
Christ, your audio just peaked.
I don't know, man. Oh no, that was just me.
Yeah, I know, your audio just peaked. Too.
True.
How though? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. How? We just plug two like headphones into the same computer or phone, and like.
I guess. Or you can just do it off the same microphone.
Like how?
No. Don't I? I have no clue.
You have no clue. The only way I can see that happening realistically is by, like, I don't know, getting a cheap microphone and then just adding that in. But
I guess. Recording this in person would just figure out so many problems.
what do you mean?
Obviously, it's not very easy. Like, if you just recorded this, if we were sitting right next to each other, then we wouldn't have to suffer Discord.
What, like,
Discord's
yeah,
shenanigans.
but like, sure, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. It'd be way too hard, because we'd have to find more than an hour out of our day.
Well, yeah, but I'd assume it's all like someday where we have free time thing to just go to a park. Well, I guess not a
No, that's no,
it would be
like,
so bad.
it would have to be indoors. That's not even, like, in question. It's definitely indoors. And, because I thought, like...
Then we could plan something. Something can work.
But, like, no. It's, like, much, like, more convenient as it is now.
I guess. Just like, if you want to sacrifice... You have to sacrifice something for quality eventually.
Yeah. But there's pretty much only so much I can do.
I guess.
Because I can
That's
have the best microphone in the world. But if you're, like, if Discord still messes up on your side, what can I do?
Do you see podcasts that, you know, they start like they're a brand new podcast and eventually they grow to be bigger and better, but that means that they have to change their setup from over Discord, like real life meet. Like, it's the only way you can make a podcast good. You have to actually be there in real life. It's the only way to bypass, you know, that annoying stuff with Discord and whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that's way too... You have to be extremely committed and, like, in that, and you have to be, like, certain.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if this is getting just, like, 20 views... like...
Well, yeah, no, obviously, if your podcast is getting 20 views, doing, like, a fun hobby, then you're not gonna, you know, waste... You're not gonna just go to all of the trouble for just this little hobby.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it could be fun. But
Yeah, I mean...
it's a lot of work.
It's only fun if, like, I guess, you don't just lose money and time
True.
and effort. If we both
Well,
buy, like...
here's the thing with the podcast. We've yet to... Technically, we have missed a week because of recording problems, even though we did crank out the podcast. But we've yet to miss a week, which is really annoying, considering the fact that we have
Okay.
schoolwork and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get on every Monday.
I mean, it's an hour. Like...
Yeah. Obviously, we can find the time in our day, but this hour would be much better spent eating, just generally relaxing, or, you know, like, doing work.
I mean, I guess, but, like... Okay, here's the thing. If I'm wasting an hour, you know I'd be saying, oh my god, there's so much that I could get all my homework done, I could finish all my assignments and this. But then if I'm actually given an hour, I just sit on, like, YouTube.
True. You're right. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, like, I guess this is at least, like, giving us commitment for something, I don't know.
I guess it's helping us with determination, but again, it's kind of fruitless.
Okay, say that again, please. It's just not picking up.
No.
Just
I should
repeat that.
probably... Okay, recording a podcast like this and being determined to something like this is kind of fruitless, since it doesn't necessarily give us anything in return that could be super productive.
Yeah.
Aside from the fact that we just have something to do.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's good practice to keep
Oh my god.
like Is it really that bad?
It's kind of just like screeching out a bit, but
True.
we can
Right.
power through this last like 5 minutes.
Sure. Yeah, this will probably be better for you to. I'll input every once in a while.
Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna assume I knew what you said.
Just you talk and I won't.
Oh, well, I don't know what to talk about. What were we just talking about the podcast? I mean, okay, I don't know. It's kind of just really been a test of like me going through OBS and like really starting out, trying new stuff. I guess, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I know.
this is kind of just a transition, so I know what to do. Because this is kind of just the ropes of OBS and a bit of Premiere.
Yeah. Well, Premiere whenever I happen to make a mistake.
Yeah. Which you haven't since the first, like, 3 weeks.
Which is, I guess, good.
Yeah, it's
But
yeah.
it's hard to. Again, I would take the ropes a little bit. I just can't not.
Yeah.
It's hard to take something out of your life that like you do every day.
Like,
You know? Like, I don't know, saying a name or saying
what?
like it's harder for me to not spill stuff about where I live accidentally
Oh,
on the
yeah.
internet when I'm just talking as casual conversation. So, you know, obviously I'm not gonna spill stuff about where I live on the internet because I'm smarter than that, but it can happen.
Yeah, and yeah. But I guess, like, you do have to be on edge for, like, an hour or so.
Yeah.
And that like, no matter what level you are, like, that, you have to do that.
Yeah, of course. That's kind of just how it is.
Yeah.
But of course, yourself, like, say if you, like, I don't know, say if you decided that in your, like, a diet, if you went on a keto diet and you stopped having carbs, carbohydrates, it's really hard since everything has carbohydrate.
Yeah.
You know what a keto diet is, right?
Yeah, but I didn't think you had to explain carbs to people listening.
Well, I didn't assume that I did, but I just throw it in there to fill up the 5 minutes that we have left. No, really, I just can't not talk about them, I guess.
It's
hard.
I just find it funny that you said, like, oh yeah, where you give up, like, carbs, you know, carbohydrates.
Okay.
I don't know, I'll ask you, do you have anything planned for your channel? In the future?
For my channel? My channel has been dead for many years, and this is my only presence on the internet anymore, aside from, like, Reddit.
Oh.
But really, when plans for my channel really don't go further than recording more tutorials, I guess. But I don't exactly have plans for my channel anymore.
You don't?
No, not really.
So you just want to have unlisted videos sitting around,
Yeah.
waiting for someone to somehow dig them up via
Yes.
links.
Well,
right?
some of my friends do have.
They have the link?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have the links.
yeah, I know. If you could not, that'd be great.
Because you said you'd unlisted them, so I went and checked, but you still had the playlist with them on your, like, front page. So so I just got the link.
Well done. That sucks, I guess.
Yeah.
That's me being a nut.
But I mean, like, I think so many times there's just old videos I see being deleted.
Yeah, well, I have two videos that I've deleted.
I've never actually properly deleted a video that I've uploaded.
Sure.
Either unlisted or privated. None. Just straight up deleted.
Right.
Because I don't know, that's just content I could use.
Yes.
But just
that makes sense.
Gone. Okay, well, any closing words?
Closing words. No words, just the rattles from my coat hangers in my wardrobe that I record this in.
Oh no. Are you just
there you go,
using
that's all you get.
Are you just using a proper Apple microphone?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wait, what?
I mean, I'm using the same too, but I've changed my mic settings so that it doesn't record any silence and it's much better. So it isn't just recording white noise for 20 minutes and then me talking.
Yeah, but aren't you on your computer?
Yeah.
I do this on my phone.
Why?
I don't know. It's easier for me, I guess.
How's it easier?
Reasons.
How? So you can just sit in your cupboard.
It's not a cupboard.
What do you call it then?
A wardrobe.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I was getting ready to just yell at you for calling it a whim wham or something.
Oh, what?
I don't know. I assumed it'd be something that nobody calls it.
I have standards.
Oh yeah, I'm just sitting in my old clothes oven.
Clothes oven? I don't think anyone's ever called it that I've known of. Ever. It's impossible. Yeah, a clothes oven.
I mean, yeah, but... Okay, well, that should wrap up this week's. Make sure to hit a dab in the chat. And we will see you next week, where in the episode we will hit a dab.
They can't watch us hit dubs.
Oh yeah?